The United States Post Office has been offering paycheck cashing services at some East Coast post offices. According to Dayen, it's part of a pilot program that allows customers to get their money in the form of Visa gift cards, maxing out at $500.
The goal is to provide an alternative to paycheck cashing stores and payday lenders, which charge low-income Americans outsized fees and interest rates. Joining us now to weigh in is executive editor at the American Prospect, Dayen. David, welcome.
Thanks for having me again.
So, David, you've been on the postal banking beat for a very long time. Where are you on the range of hopefulness that we're finally going to start seeing the USPS, branch into this in a serious way?
Pretty hopeful. I mean, this is really just the test of the system. The Postal Service already sold these gift cards. They already sold them at a $500 limit. They already charged whatever they charge for them. The only innovation here is that you can use a payroll or business check to purchase the gift card. And you can easily see how this will expand. You can increase the value that you can put on the gift card. Instead of it being a single-use gift card, it could be a reloadable prepaid card that you can use again and again and again. It can be branded USPS. You could put ATMs with no fees inside the USPS locations. You can get to a point where you effectively have a bank account. You have a debit card. You can pay bills with it if you combine it with their money order product. And you can even transfer potentially, because they have a money transfer program at the Postal Service. You could transfer peer-to-peer. So you could give a money transfer at one post office and have somebody pick it up at another one.
What motivated the post office to start, to move increasingly in this direction?
Well, I mean, mainly the American Postal Workers Union, which has been a strong supporter of this concept for many years. In fact, in 2016, they put it into their collective bargaining agreement. And so the Postal Service agreed to start pilot programs for postal banking, which of course is not a new idea. It's common around the world, and in the United States, we had a postal banking system from 1911 to 1967. At the height, 4 million people had bank accounts at the post office. So the APWU thought this was a great way to promote financial inclusion and also maybe add some revenue and some new products for integration to the post office. But the previous Postmaster General, Megan Brennan, simply ignored the request. It wasn't a request, it was in the CBA. When Louis DeJoy came on board last year, even though the Postal Workers Union were vociferous critics of many of the policies that he instituted, they engaged him on this particular concept of financial services, and DeJoy liked the idea. And here we are.
So what are the remaining obstacles in moving from where we are now to easing into more of a kind of traditional banking role, as you talked about, that just allowing people to have the basic services that having an account provides?
Well, there's this really bizarre law called the Postal Accountability and Enhancement Act that was passed in 2006 that says the Postal Service cannot create non-postal products. However, everything that they were doing before 2006 can be grandfathered in. So in order to do this under their own authority, they have to use these existing tools and sort of jury-rig something together. Obviously, it would be better if Congress got the message that this is where the Postal Service wants to go and passed any of the several bills that are out there, including one from Senator Kirsten Gillibrand, that would formalize this arrangement and allow for bank accounts in a more smooth way, rather than this sort of Rube Goldberg program that the Postal Service is putting together. But it does what this does show is that the postal leadership in place right now is committed to this, and the union, which has had weekly meetings about this issue since I think a few months ago, they believe strongly that there is a commitment that this is a new post office. They want to integrate these services so that the analogy that was, or the example that was given to me was, let's say you buy some shoes online and they don't fit, and so you need to return them. You can return them to the Postal Service where you have your bank account and immediately get credited on your account while you return the shoes. And this idea, the Postal Service believes this gives them a competitive advantage over a UPS, over a FedEx, because you have the integration between financial services and shipping.
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, how popular has it been so far? Like, what have been the results of the pilot with the $500 card?
Well, it's been stressed to me that this is only a test, and they have not even advertised this very much. It's only been out for 3 weeks. They sort of have offered it in one location in 4 pilot cities. So not even every post office in the city, but one of the post offices in a particular city. We tested this in Falls Church, Virginia. Our art director happens to live nearby, and we gave him a prospect business check, and we had him go in and do it. He said the whole process took a couple of minutes. Right now, the existing gift card product costs $5.95. And so if it was a $500 card, it'd be about 1%. Typically, check cashing stores charge about 3%. However, Walmart charges about $4 for check cashing up to $1,000. So they need to bring that price point down to make it competitive with Walmart and some of the other grocery stores and things like that that do check cashing. But I think that's going to come. My understanding is after the holidays, they're going to expand this out to the entire breadth of those 4 pilot cities, which are Washington, Falls Church, as I mentioned, Baltimore, and the Bronx, New York. So every postal location in those cities will have this capability, and they're going to add marketing muscle. They're going to actually advertise the product.
Yeah. David, thanks so much for being with us.
Absolutely. Thank you.
We'll have more Rising right after this. Please stay tuned.